Welcome to the Engage Consulting's AI HR interview series. I recently had an opportunity to interview some of the most prominent HR leaders in Pakistan and talk about how they, in their organizations, have digitalized HR processes and how they're currently using, but specifically how they're planning to use AI within their organizations. Listen to how our guests have transformed their organization and achieved workplace excellence. Our today's interview is with Rizwan Dalia, Chief People Officer at K Electric.
All right, thank you, Rizwan, for joining this conversation around AI for HR in Pakistan. We've got a huge opportunity and a challenge ahead of us, and I would love to know what is happening in Karachi Electric. I know you've been focusing tremendously on digitalizing the HR function, but I think it's also KE as a whole has tried to has come a long way in digitalizing itself. Okay, share a little bit about the KE journey.
Yeah. So thank you, Paul, for this opportunity to speak on this very important topic, which is getting more and more relevant in our lives, corporate life as well as personal life. A few bits on KE, obviously, and since HR is being part of the bigger picture. So from KE perspective, this whole digitalization from a customer perspective, it has one angle, and from an internal angle, this has another perspective. So we look at it from both of these lenses. From a customer angle, while we think that we are already ahead of the curve in terms of our comparison with the other distribution companies or other entities operating in this sector. However, that is not something for us to keep us from improving further. And we are no more benchmarking ourselves with these entities. So no disrespect to them. Technically, they are as good. But from a digital perspective, we have come a long way. And now we benchmark ourselves with the best of the best in Pakistan. Obviously, the telecommunication sector has done a lot happening in the banking industry. So that is kind of a local benchmark for us. And we are also looking at models in the region so that wherever we can do to make our customers' lives better, so we should do it. You might have experienced our KE Live app, which is, again, a major step forward. And any billing related, power related, any information related to your past history of your electricity consumption and billing, you can have it in the palm of your hand. And it gives you live status of your power status. So at any point in time, if you experience any fault or any outage, you don't have to reach out to your phone or reach out to any other alternate means. You can just, from the click of a button, register your company as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Sorry, go on.
And this is only the beginning, because as we put more and more data into it, this has an equally important angle for creating our internal efficiencies. The more and more things that we make available to our customers, they will feel more value by having this relationship with KE, that we are giving them value-added things. But at the same point in time, while we are making their lives easier, we are making our lives easier as well. Getting to a stage where we reduce our footfall to our physical IBCs, the Integrated Business Center, is something which we want to achieve through this intervention. There is one more venue 118, which is our call center. Again, if anything is available to you as a customer on phone, you will not go and do it on 118. So there is a lot of internal efficiency which we are driving out of this only intervention. So again, from a customer perspective, this might appear to be a digital intervention, but it is equally important and equally critical to contribute towards our internal efficiency. So that's how we are addressing it.
So how is HR kept up in that on that same journey, Rizwan? What have been the highlights in terms of you also digitalizing the HR function and of course the employee experience? Yeah. Because that's also about employee experience and efficiency, correct?
Yes. So very interesting question, and I would want to start. So one is the expectation. So since we are creating a different experience for our customers, and the more we do it, the more they will expect from us. So we think that this is a good problem to have. Our customers, they know we are a click of a button away. So that is the kind of raised bar that we have created for ourselves. So maybe that expectation might not be there in other parts of the cities where other similar companies are operating, but we have consciously raised the bar higher for us. That and now the customers expects something very, very fast from us. At the same time, when there is an expectation from our customers, so our internal customers are also expecting this from HR. And if we are not able to keep pace with that, then obviously we will become a showstopper or a drag in terms of improving our customer services. So that is something is the primary thought when we do anything digitally in our HR ecosystem or environment. I'll take you a few years back because anything that you do for fashion or anything that you do because some other players in the market or your peers are doing, that is not something we as part of our strategy do in HR at K. So initially in the earlier few years, 2016 somewhere, we were when we were embarking on this SAP journey. So initially we went for a very few modules and to test out that how the journey goes. However, when we realize that we are quite acclimatized with this new project, so then the question came that what should be the next step? And from that thought, it came up that not many organizations in Pakistan have done a journey beyond 2 or 3 modules of SAP SuccessFactors. And since that opportunity was not there, so we requested SAP for us to arrange a regional connect. And they were kind enough to arrange for that, whereby we not only were able to interact, myself and my team members were not only able to interact with their regional team, plus we were able to talk to a few regional players as well, similar companies who have already at advanced stages of their journey. That really gave us a very good idea of what should be our technology roadmap like, the HR one. What are the things we should be doing? What are the things we should not be doing? And the most important one, which I usually highlight in such conversations, it also gave us a very good idea of whatever is available off the shelf, which products are the right products for us, and which ones are good to have, but they might not be the right choice for us. And we, in that case, we might have SAP Employee Central as a central platform, and in some cases go for other products which are better take care of our needs, and at the same point in time have the capability to integrate with the central system. So that gave us a lot of insights. We prepared a 3 or 4 year technology journey in 2019, and Alhamdulillah, as we speak, there is only one small piece that is remaining out of it. So whatever we envisaged in 2019, we were able to do it, and it's a combination of mainly the SAP SuccessFactors products, but there are a couple of other products that we were able to implement and integrate with our central.
Fantastic. So in terms of specific examples of things that you've now digitalized that has provided both the employee experience as well as the efficiency, what stands out for you personally, or what are you personally most proud of that you guys have done?
So I would want to mention especially the centralized, I would say the mother system in layman words. So the employee central, although the implementation part was pretty much difficult, something we were not as clear about from our previous experience, that there'll be a lot of change management to be done. And while we are doing it, we are clear about the final thing. It will be emotionally as well as physically challenging for the HR team as well, because they will all be going through that change, which will temporarily add to their work as well. So that was something we learned throughout the process. But I would say having that centralized system was something I'm really happy about, because previously that was something we were missing out. Other thing, the performance management system that we were running earlier, and the kind of system we have, the more customized and user-friendly one. And on top of it, it has all the capability now to connect with our succession thing as well. So, and that is something a number of organizations struggle about, and we have been also struggling. But to create the right kind of visibility, you have to have everything there on your main system. So we have recently implemented that as well. So our succession data is something also not anymore on SAPs or any Word documents. It's part of the main system, and connected, very well connected with all the other. In fact, you can then connect it with your development part, you can then connect it with your learning part, and keep track of how your people are moving around in different roles, especially your high potential talent. So whatever we are doing is now pretty much linked to everything. And from a potential perspective, a lot can be developed over that, because you're not anymore worried about the data integrity or other kinds of problem. One thing that is also coming up very well is my talent acquisition part, and this is something now very much connected with the whole process, and that has also allowed us to now think about making it even more better by investing some money and effort in bringing AI into the fore, and which we are obviously doing with you. So that has actually, I would say, released some strategic bandwidth, that yes, now your operational things are taken care of. There are people handling it. You're not anymore facing those kind of issues which you used to face earlier. Each and every data related or information related thing is readily available. You can create dashboards very easily. You can update things very quickly. So a lesser time is taken in updating things and reporting. So more and more time now you can invest on tracking and mapping better talent from the market and work on enhancing the candidate experience. From an employee experience perspective, the last part is we had digitalized a number of our processes, but because we were not pretty clear that this is going to be a major problem for us in terms of maintenance. So a number of digital products were created out of the main system and on a platform that was not very user friendly. So for each and every of your requirement, from a user perspective, you have to go on a different portal to get that thing done. So that thing was getting done digitally. However, you had to create 10, 12, 15 experiences for that. And at the end of the day, all that data has to be converted back to your main system. So from a front end or back end perspective, it was becoming a nightmare. So we were able to eliminate almost 80% of our portals. And now everything is residing on the same system. Yes, we were able to even create efficiency around the entry level staff that was handling it, almost 40% reduction there as well. And end to end, there is only one product, only one login that an employee or colleague has to do, and each and everything is available there, be it your leaves, be it your salary related information, be it your performance management, be it your development. And to top it up, recently we are working on creating an enhanced self-service model whereby they will be able to generate a number of things that they request HR to generate. For example, they'll be readily able to generate their salary certificates. If they want to extract their previous payslips, they can do it. So there are a number of things that we are monitoring. For example, we have a dedicated call center. So what we are analyzing after every periodic period, that what is the maximum traffic or the highest or the top 5 things that the people call you for or visit physically or email. So we are focusing on those things that slowly and gradually we are creating or enhancing our self-service model, whereby we are giving them in their own hands, empowering them to take care of their day-to-day needs. So that is also in a way empowering them and also releasing our bandwidth to creating internal efficiencies for HR. So from an employee perspective, the HR people, they will be ultimately happy that lesser operational things are coming to them. And from an employee perspective, for each and everything, I don't have to go to HR. Most of my things are taken care of through system myself. And the last important thing to conclude, the discussions with HR, the vision is that the discussions with HR then should not revolve around the operational matters. They should more revolve around the engagement, your development, your career pathing, your other issues, which are in fact more important and more critical in terms of creating a better retentive model in HR.
Yeah. So that's so very similar to the customer experience. Yeah. So yes. You increase the customer experience, and as a result, you improve efficiencies.
Yeah.
Similar what I hear you say. Yeah, somebody who has to start on this technology journey. What I hear you say, it's all about getting that foundation
yes.
of data integrity, an integrated system that then can provide self-service to employees on which basis you then can build additional modules. Is that how I read your journey so far? And only then,
Absolutely.
when you have that ready, you can then look at the data analytics that's gonna come from that data, and on the basis of that, you can then put either generative AI or predictive AI on top of that. Is that indeed the pyramid that you're going up to?
Yes. So I'll give you a very recent example. Is that so we used to do some different products for even surveys as HR. But now we have decided that we have got a good product in our Microsoft Office. So we'll not go to each and every product. Maybe there are few products which look very fancy, but since it's not integrated, so that may not be the right choice. So we created a recently voice of customer survey for HR, and we launched it. So the idea was there will be few things which we will be asking for rating, but there will be few fields just like any other survey or engagement survey. There will be a suggestion thing, which will obviously people can write even full essays about. And that was something very important for us, because sometimes when you only ask for ratings, you miss out on something additional. You don't get the true picture. So we were really conscious about that. Yes, we have to give that space where they can write something and then they can speak their heart out. The major challenge was then how to then converge or make that text into something which will make sense and will give us more insight. So we use AI for that. So for example, 1,000 people responded, and out of them, almost I don't correctly remember the number, but almost 50% of them mentioned something in the text column, and that text we put into AI to decipher on the common topics, common words, and the kind of product I saw yesterday was something very amazing.
I'm sure. No,
building on that, there are a number of data which can give you number of insights as well. So everybody knows retention is an issue. It's an industry issue. Maybe it's a trend, although the trend is continuing. So trends are generally short term, but this appears to be a long term trend. However, from an insight perspective, although it's up to us that how better we come up with our action plan, but from an insight perspective, recent post that implementation of success factors, we tried to create a kind of insight that which employee experience group in terms of number of years are most susceptible to leave. And so there is a market. You will hear from everybody that people leave the company, the millennials especially, or the recent generations. They leave in 2 or 3 years. But we were surprised that we were able to create an analytic kind of information which proved that thing as well. So from our population, we have that data with us, which tells us that the third year of employment, and that's very interesting to know, that the third year of employment for this generation Z is the most critical one. So however,
and as a result, you now can do interventions with that group of people that are in the third year, correct?
Yes, correct. So that is now up to us that how, so we know it now, and not a hearsay anymore. We know it from data. So we trust this information more and more. Now it's up to us the HR, where will be
Activate
tested that how to react to it.
So how do you now see the opportunities for AI to add value to yourself, your team, and the company in HR?
I would say there are two aspects. One is the kind of repetitive or operational things that we usually do, and there is huge potential where AI can help us. And so it's going to be a journey. However, there is immense potential that we can create an environment whereby slowly and gradually we get ourselves away from those repetitive and operational tasks, and AI can come as a major helping hand. The other aspect is,
that's where this interview AI chatbot that we're working on fits in, correct?
Yes,
because
absolutely.
That's where
absolutely
that's a repetitive amount of work, and if you can make it more efficient and better quality, then of course it's just one big win.
Yeah.
What other things do you see?
The other thing which we as HR fraternity lack is projecting things. So obviously, as a fraternity, we have not been into financial modeling, business modeling. We have not been into long-term projections. So this is not something as a fraternity we have been doing, so we are comfortable with. So one thing, we'll have to get more comfortable with these kind of things, because this is not that any business or finance or any other professional would come with. I think HR is also a fraternity which should come up with these kind of projections. And here AI can help us a lot. Obviously, I have not seen much about it, at least in Pakistan. Neither we have developed internally anything of this, but I would say, why not?
I can give you one example. My good friend Sajjad Palmer, who runs Talent Accelerator, he's now built a budgeting model on remuneration that is using AI. So both in terms of what kind of remuneration to offer to individuals, but specifically to project budgeting and business models around salary costs.
So that is something you rightly pointed out. That is something we can work on, aspire for, and what it will bring for us, it will bring a lot more credibility into whatever HR comes up with. So whatever generally we come up with, there is always somebody else to check and validate. So inshallah, there will be a time that people will no more question it, because we will have solid data and analysis to back it up with. And there, I must say, AI can be really helpful.
Personally, I think another area where I think AI can be tremendously helpful is in supporting line managers to improve the quality of their people tasks that they need to do. Whether that's to do with interviews, whether that's to do with development plans, whether that's to do with performance reviews, whether that's to do with recruitment notes. I think AI can have tremendous help on the basis of leaders giving minimal amount of information and effort and getting an output which is of high quality. And I think there lies a huge efficiency opportunity as well, not so much in terms of reducing the workload for line managers to do people admin stuff, but specifically also to feed in a better quality of information in your HR system that you then can use for analytics again.
Yes, I agree.
And
obviously, as we say in HR and as well as KE, that whatever you do in improving the quality of a product or a project or a new initiative, the success of it mainly depends on the line managers. So if in any way we can empower them more and equip them more, it will only help HR.
Exactly. So what everybody talks about it. A lot of people, of course, over the last 1.5 year have been using ChatGPT or other generative AI tools in their emails or in their job descriptions, etc., in HR. But as everything has been on a very much of an ad hoc basis, what is, in your view, is preventing the HR fraternity in Pakistan to really embrace AI in a professional manner and take the lead in some cases in this?
Only one thing is the fear of failure. So this is something coming up new, fascinating as well as risky. And this is about creating the right kind of expectation within yourself, your team, and the extended leadership as well as the CEO, that we are embarking on this journey. And even if we fail, or maybe that's how I take it, is that maybe we fail, but along the journey, what are the good things that will happen to the team and its approach, and our future capability of doing something similar. So I think what, in my view, keeping number of people from doing it is kind of a fear that if it doesn't work out, what will happen? One, to some extent, also a fear of AI or this digitalization will take up jobs as well. But I would like quote somebody. I recently was in a session, so somebody was mentioning that the last 100-year journey of digitalization, if it had to take up those jobs, then it would have already taken it. So if we have not seen it in the last 100 years, despite we have come like the journey in the last 100 years has been like unprecedented in human history. So if that hasn't happened in the last 100 years, how can we only speculate that it will happen in future? So I would say these are the two reasons which might be hampering people from coming up. However, at the same point in time, I am also seeing a lot of courage as well. That yes, at the same point in time, there are people who are there to explore, who want to try new things, and want to keep pace with whatever is happening in the world. Because one thing we can't afford to lose out in that journey or remain behind.
No, but I really would like to encourage the fraternity as well. Is also to go beyond of looking within their own bubble, and actually see and have the imagination of actually thinking about what kind of products can I create using AI that can be used in Pakistan and abroad. Why do we have to use all these tools that are coming from America or coming from Europe? I think it's ridiculous. We are as good as them in order to develop that. We just need the demand. That's on the one hand, companies that are willing to, like you said, to embrace and willing to experiment. On the other hand, we need a number of people that are excited about the opportunity to jump in the opportunity, get a number of experts and a number of technology guys together and start building. But we're not building enough, and I really would like to encourage people that they've got ideas to build, either to reach out to me or to you, to anybody, in order to actually give it a
Yes,
go and see where they end up. Correct?
correct. And I would top it up with our recent last 3-4 years experience of our digital journey. We have good experience with local products as well. So it's not the fact that when I say success factors or employee central, we have implemented a couple of local products as well. And I must say the experience was as good. I see one more opportunity here, which generally is not the case in an imported product, is the openness around experimentation, the openness about customizing for the right reasons, local customization. So that is something I would say will be an added advantage for everything that we do
Yeah,
locally.
absolutely. Yeah, so this interview chatbot that they're jointly developing, I'm 100% sure that we will very soon come up with the Roman Urdu version, and very soon thereafter with a voice Roman Urdu of an Urdu voice messaging interview. So I think all of that is possible. It's just about the will and the courage to just take it up and run with it.
Yes.
And there's nobody in America that will come up with a Roman Urdu product, correct?
Yes, yes. It will have to be somebody from here. Right.
So we have to validate it here. Again, we can rely on all these wonderful things that are to be built there, but who says it's applicable for the users that are in Pakistan, and it is validated for the users in Pakistan? And I think we have to, and then let's make some export out of it as well and sell it abroad so other users can use it as well.
Yeah, and you see, the impact is huge. Maybe any entity, even as big as KE in Pakistan, might be smaller from a global similar company perspective. However, the kind of impact that we can create, I'll just give you an example. And initially we used talent games as well, and then we switched on to another internal product. Is we used to visit like 5, 6, 8 universities earlier in our talent drive annually for our management and engineering trainees. How many students will you tap? And there is also an element of non-inclusiveness there, because you go for a very few selected universities. So now with the product we have for the last 4 years, it has all the ingredients of inclusivity, and it provides an equal opportunity to all the universities in Pakistan for their students to be part of it. Even if somebody is studying abroad, he or she can be part of it. And the average number of candidate for the past 2 years is close to 8,000. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Kind of scale you are looking at. We are a nation of 250 million people. So the kind of impact a local product can create is huge, unimaginable.
Yeah, and that's one of the key that I'm still so excited about the gamified recruitment through the talent games. Is you give an open play field through anybody. It doesn't matter whether you actually be a university student or not. Doesn't matter whether you're IBA or from Gujranwala local university. Yeah. Everybody has the same opportunity, and everybody's got the same test. And because you don't include any human assessment in it, it's 100% free of bias. So yes. I think technology and AI can have tremendous impact. It's all about us taking that opportunity and run with it, correct? And I'm very impressed with the journey that you've run, and I'm looking forward for KE to continue to be that role model, not just for the HR community, but for AI and HR in general. Thank you very much for this conversation, Rizwan. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Paul, and have a good day. And inshallah, together we can do a lot more.
Thank you for watching. I hope you really liked our AI HR interview series. If you've enjoyed it, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. But even more important, if you have a specific use case to use AI in your HR processes, let us know, and together we can explore how we can use AI in your company.